There's going to be some great ones coming on now. Even with Lil Tony, as you see, these guys are going to be great. They're going to start eclipsing and be coming up there too. But right now, if you had to name 5 of the best fighters of all time, 4 of them going to be black. You understand me? Who did he beat that was black in his prime, that was in their prime, that was on his level?
You put Oleksandr Usyk amongst the greats?
Well, Usyk definitely got to be one of the top 3. Because, you know, I'm telling you, he's always in shape. I'm telling you.
Boxing professionals, especially heavyweight legends who have listened for years as Floyd Mayweather proclaimed himself the greatest of all time, often at the expense of Muhammad Ali, have finally found a worthy comparison in Oleksandr Usyk. As these champions place the two side by side, many have raised Usyk's banner high, declaring the undisputed heavyweight champion as the greatest boxer of all time. Evander Holyfield, in particular, knows greatness when he sees it.
Last question. If you throw Oleksandr Usyk into your generation of heavyweight boxing, how does he do? How does Oleksandr Usyk do in your generation of heavyweight?
Giving credit where credit is due has never been an issue for the former 4-time heavyweight champion, provided the fighter has put in the work. Throughout his future Hall of Fame career, Oleksandr Usyk has done exactly that. After unifying every cruiserweight title just a few years ago, Usyk abandoned those belts and moved up to the heavyweight division. Competing was one thing, but winning and dominating seemed nearly impossible. Yet time and again, Usyk proved the doubters wrong. Now, he stands alone at the top of the division.
Ali, what do you say about that?
Well, you know, everybody have opinion too, what is great. But it is proven in the ring that he has beat everybody in the ring. And so, you know, the whole big thing is not, you know, when you
Holyfield has followed Usyk's heavyweight journey from the very beginning, watching him defeat Derek Chisora, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, and most recently, Tyson Fury. With those victories, Usyk's name has entered the all-time great debate. While some critics argue that he lacks longevity, Holyfield strongly disagrees. In his view, very few heavyweights in history rank above Usyk. Usyk definitely has to be one of the top 3, Holyfield told Fight Hub TV. Although Usyk recently turned 38, with 40 approaching, the Ukrainian fully intends to defend his WBA, WBC, and WBO titles for a long time.
Excuses, and you know, and he works hard. I'm saying, and life, that's what life is all about. This is what you try to tell the fighters. Okay, you win, you get a good run, and
finding Usyk's next opponent, however, has become increasingly difficult. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua have had 4 opportunities combined to defeat him, and failed each time. Still, there are a few viable options. Lennox Lewis believes Usyk deserves to be mentioned alongside the greatest fighters of all time, including Muhammad Ali. At 38, Usyk is attempting to unify all 4 heavyweight belts for a second time as he prepares to face IBF champion Daniel Dubois. His recent victory at Wembley Stadium made him the only 2-time undisputed men's champion of the 4-belt era.
4-belt era.
38 years of age.
38 years of age. I mean, let me tell you, he's looking good. There's no injuries, and he moves well. He's still got the speed, so I think he can go on for another couple years. And
Usyk first unified all 4 titles by defeating Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia in May 2024. However, he vacated the IBF belt just weeks later to allow an all-British showdown between Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua. Lennox Lewis, the last undisputed heavyweight champion before Usyk, believes the Ukrainian has already cemented his legacy among the sport's greatest. According to Lewis, Usyk has nothing left to prove and could have walked away before this fight. Instead, by facing Dubois again, he's taking a significant risk. Still, Lewis believes the reward justifies the gamble, though he also notes that fighters must always have an exit plan.
I'm the last undisputed heavyweight champion. I feel I'm the best.
He's definitely in the same group as Muhammad Ali, myself, and the other great fighters, Lewis said. Usyk has a very high ring IQ, but he's not a natural heavyweight, he's a built-up heavyweight. Dubois is a natural heavyweight, and he can use that to his advantage early by pushing Usyk to the ropes. Lewis also reflected on a hypothetical matchup with Usyk. "I always see myself winning," he admitted. He probably sees himself winning too. "We both bring different aspects to the fight. He's a great mover." Meanwhile, Roy Jones Jr., speaking to Seconds Out, offered his perspective on Usyk's place in history. Jones praised Usyk's dominance across 2 weight divisions, calling him a great fighter. "To say you wouldn't put him."
Oops.
Me and Usyk would be a great fight as well.
And how would that fight with Usyk go?
I always see myself winning. You know, he probably sees himself winning too, but there's different aspects of the fight that we both have. You know, he's a good mover.
Do you enjoy it? You think it's a good thing, bad thing?
Boxing has nothing to do with Floyd Mayweather and his steps in MMA. I mean, he is coming out of boxing, people know him, people talk about him, and it's up to him if...
"I'm not saying he's Muhammad Ali," Jones clarified. "I'm not saying he could beat someone like Ernie Shavers. We haven't seen him get hit like that. It would have been interesting to see him compete in an era with fighters who had both power and intelligence." Jones ultimately ranked Usyk among the top 10 heavyweights of all time, possibly even the top 5, while suggesting that fighters like Mike Tyson, George Foreman, and Lennox Lewis could present serious challenges.
The good big guy usually beats the good little guy. But Usyk is a little bit different. He's a more complex little guy than most little guys around. It's kind of like when I fought John Ruiz, I wasn't just a little guy, I was a pretty complex little guy. Bad side.
Despite acknowledging Floyd Mayweather's greatness, Mike Tyson strongly objected to Mayweather's claim that he surpassed Muhammad Ali. In an interview with UCN, Tyson labeled that assertion delusional. The relationship between Tyson and Mayweather, 2 legends from different eras, has long been complicated.
If Usyk wins, he's the premier heavyweight of this era, and he's
best cruiserweight of all time.
And the best cruiserweight of all time. It's which I know is blasphemy to a lot of old schoolers with Holyfield, who was also an amazing cruiserweight. It's take your pick there. I think Usyk is possibly the best cruiserweight ever.
While the 2 respect each other, they frequently disagree and maintain a clear boundary. Their bond has never been particularly close. On an episode of Hot Boxin', actor Jason Lee questioned why 2 of the greatest fighters never became friends. Lee suggested that both men were humble in private and should have connected as champions. Tyson responded bluntly, asking, "You think that guy is humble privately?" Lee replied that, in his experience, Mayweather had been humble, adding that he believed champions should naturally gravitate toward one another.
What's the difference now from your era to today?
No one was afraid of anyone. Everyone really believed they can beat him.
But it's a business, more business, it's more money than everybody.
Floyd Mayweather changed the game up, and when he turned into the pretty boy.
Your prime against Joshua or Usyk, how many rounds does it last?
Well, I'm only just talking about their first fight. I'm not talking about any of their fights.
Okay.
That night I don't know about any other night, but that was cool too. But he had to get in that ring and fight too. He had to fight the best competitor. He wiped everybody out. And that's why he's who he is. He beat everybody. I thought.
All right, everyone. Stay updated with the latest boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Knockout today and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Don't forget to check out our other videos. Until next time, take care and peace.